Hey everyone, and welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I posted anything on this channel, anything new. And if you're wondering what's the story there, well, there really isn't anything complicated. It's just I've been really dang busy. Start of the semester, getting my teaching back up, dealing with lots of student coordination. But also we've had multiple feet of snow outside, and we don't use salt on our roads here, so everything's just covered in ice. So the bikes are up for winter. And then on top of that, as I've talked about in previous videos, I got a lot of running races coming up this year, and so I've been really hitting the training hard. And the good news is that I'm probably in the best shape I've been in the last like 2 or 3 years. I've been doing 50-mile weeks consistently, 50-plus mile weeks. Been running some like mid-distance races, 20 milers, 25 milers. I got a 50K this weekend, a 31 miler coming up. I've got a 100K, so 62 miles in 2 weeks. So things are looking good. I've shed some winter weight. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fit again, which is a great feeling. But the reason that I wanted to put this video together is because since I don't have any new content, I've been going back and sort of looking through archive stuff that I never posted. And one of the things that I have never posted about is some of this leftover footage I have from the NAZMAT ride last year. Now, if you don't know, the NAZMAT ride was this thing I put together. It stands for the Northern Arizona Motorcycle Adventure Tour. I know, very original. But it was something I totally cooked up myself. I went out and I sort of designed these 4 days of routes around Flagstaff, and I put all of my energy into it. I really poured my heart and soul into kind of finding these primo routes. And I was going out all the time on these reconnaissance rides, like making sure that the routes were difficult enough to be fun, but not so difficult it would scare away like, new or amateur riders. Because I myself am still pretty amateur. So, I'm trying to find that sweet spot where you could also have people on dual sports, but also people on, just straight up adventure bikes. And I thought I did a pretty good job putting these routes together, and I was so excited about it. I advertised it. I got quite a bit of response, and ultimately about 7 people showed up for it, which I thought was pretty good for a first year. And man, it was cooking. The first day was a great intro, warm-up day. The second day was like, it was money. It was primo. People loved it. We did everything fun. But then at the end of that day, the fires hit. So we had this huge forest fire, this wildfire in Flagstaff that started up that day. And it was essentially some random guy camping in the woods decided to light his toilet paper on fire in a fire ring, and it blew out of the ring and caught the forest on fire, and it burned the entire east flank of the San Francisco Peaks. It was massive, and not only did it burn the mountain down, but then during monsoon season we got devastating debris and mud flows, and it destroyed like hundreds of homes. All because this one guy burned his toilet paper. It's just so frustrating. So the short of that is that after day 2 of NAZMAT, like all the gas was deflated from the balloon, and people kind of just weren't feeling it. They were bummed. They all wanted to leave. One guy's camper van was up like in the fire zone. It was bad. And so we basically just called it after day 2. There was a day 3, but it was just me and one other guy. And that's part of the footage that I found is actually that footage from like the half day 3. And so getting to the point of this video is, one, I'm going to show you guys some of that archive footage here at the end. So what you'll see is footage from day 3, where we went again out to Harding Point and just had a jolly old time out there with some footage of the actual fire that you can see in the background. It's pretty remarkable. I forgot I took footage of that. And then the last bit of the video is actually from one of the reconnaissance rides that I was trying to scope out a route for day 3, which never happened. And it's just some fun riding around in some sand and things like that. So it's really just kind of me goofing around in the woods around Flagstaff. But it brings up the most important question, and what I pose to all of you is, should I do NAZMAT again. You know, is NAZMAT destined to just be a one and done? Or should I actually try and make this an annual thing? And that's what I'm not sure about, because man, I poured my heart and soul into that last year. I developed an entire website and GPX tracks, and I wrote out hand descriptions of every turn on every route, and I was really, really into it. And when it kind of deflated, it just really bummed me out. It was very discouraging, and I kind of just got really despondent about it and didn't really want to do it again. So here we are a year later. This is about when I planned it last year. I still have all the websites. Everything's the same. I would probably just kind of do the same routes again, but now have more footage to advertise. And I know there was a lot of people last year that said they wanted to do it, but you know, hit them up again next year is basically what they said. So here we are next year. And I'm trying to gauge interest. If people want to come and do it this year, I will absolutely do it again. But I've also got a lot of things that are starting to fill up my schedule, and I'd like to move it up a little bit. So instead of like mid-June, I'd like to do very early June to try and avoid that fire season again. So that's the question for all of you. I will shut up now and play some of that archive footage, but if you are watching this and you think you'd like to come out for NAZMAT, check out the website. It's still from last year, but you can get a sense of what the routes were. NAZMAT.com, that's all it is. NAZMAT.com. There's a lot of footage up there that I've uploaded now from all the rides. And yeah, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like me to do it again, I think I will get those gears spinning up, and we'll get things together. So take care, everyone. Be safe and enjoy this archive footage. Bye.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's day 3, and needless to say, we've had to change quite a few things, and we're kind of just winging it at this point. So long story short is that a lot of people had to leave. So one of our party members was camped right up in the fire, can't get to his vehicle. Thankfully he has his motorcycle, and he has his wallet and important things, so basically just rode back down to Phoenix, and is going to come back when they open the roads to fetch his van, if it's still there and hasn't burned down. Another person had to leave for work stuff, so we had kind of a mass diaspora of participants, and it's down to just 2 of us this morning. And rather than try and do an official route today, because day 3 route is just completely off limits, it's all blocked from the fire, and rather than try and do day 4, which we may still get some people tomorrow to try and do, we're just winging it today. And so we're going back to Harding Point, actually, because the other rider today was not here on day 1 and missed that, and we're kind of we want to just do a short day. All right, heading back out to Harding Point on some of the good stuff now. I always do love going through this little stretch in here once you peel off that main road. It's just fun. It's fun until you get to that final loop, and then it gets a little tricky, and that's always where, you know, heart rate elevates a little bit. Understandably, but in here it's just like just the right amount of twisty and rocky and fun, and to not be super stressful. Haha, I love this part. So fun. Even if it is a little loose. This is always the worst part in here. It's rocky, but it's also Okay, we're good, we're good. Just poking through. All right, that's good. We made it through that. We still got the tricky part coming up though. Still got the tricky part. All right, here we go. It's starting in earnest. Yep, here we go. This is the part. This is the part. Now I'm just psyching myself out. Okay, here we go. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Very easy. Easy does it. It's this stretch right in here that I do not like. Damn, I almost hit that tree twice now. Not my friend. Okay, I think we're good. I did scrape my skid plate pretty good. Okay, I feel better. That was the worst of it. We just got to get down this descent now, and I think we'll be in much better shape. It's always a little sketchy in there, man. It really is. We did it. We made it through. Now the question is, are we going back out to the point? Don't know. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Good stuff, man. Yeah. So that's the road that goes out to the point to the right there. So if you want to do it, it's really short. It's only about maybe a half mile. And it's a little tricky, but it's not any worse than that.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Still recording? It is. Hello!
Alright, at Harding Point, getting some really good views of the pipeline fire. It is grown significantly overnight, and you can see the plume now, which apparently has made it all the way to Colorado. But it is very windy today, you can see. And it is probably going to take a really long time for this fire to be under control. Wow. All right, we got that section coming up right here. No problem. Gotten pretty good with that one now. Okay, back out we go. Haha, I do love this bit. Man, this is good. All right, welcome back everyone. I am out here on the east side of Flagstaff. Got the mountains off to my left with a little bit of snow still up on them. And this is the final NAZMAT preview. Really my only goal for today is to come out to this particular area and see what has reopened since the tunnel fire. There's one really important road up here that I need to check, and if it's open, I think we're good. We can still come across from the west side. I did see that Sunset Crater is still blocked off and closed, so that is out. But as long as this is open up here, we can at least get across. And then after I check out that road, I'm gonna go back and scope out Schultz Pass Road and see if that's closed. But if that's open as well, then we really, all we're gonna miss is Sunset Crater. So yeah, so let's get to it. Let's check it out. It's let's see what kind of conditions we got. All right, looks like we're going back into the sand here. So I'm gonna reel it in a little bit. I'm gonna sit back down. Oh yeah, this is pretty deep. Oh yeah, really deep. Oof. Very deep. That was the deepest yet. Very stressful. Okay, okay. We made it, but that does have me a little concerned about the other riders. Is it too much for the course? It might be. Damn, that's the one spot where I think it's pretty questionable. Ah, man, that bums me out, because up until now it's been very manageable, but that was pretty rough. That was definitely pretty rough. A couple of times in there I thought I was not gonna be able to maintain it. So, but I kept her upright, and that's all that matters. Ooh, right in the sand. I stopped. Oh no. Right in the sand. All right, what do we got here? That's a big time fail. Oh. Whoa. She's a little squirrely, Captain. There is a little bit of sand here, but it's less than an inch deep. So I'm able to carve through it with my treads without any sort of wobble, at least for now. If it gets any deeper, I'll probably start to feel it a little bit. A few rocks in here. Ah, not a big deal. little chunky in there, but I think it's fine. I do recall that stretch in there. That was the only really difficult part, if I remember correctly. And you can already see there's a car right there, so we're basically out on the road just right here. Well, kids, the verdict is in. Yeah, and it says it's closed from the fire hazard. So there you go. Negative Ghost Rider. That pattern is full. Oh well. Well, we've got our answer. It seems like the Forest Service website is up to date.